Well, I think what helped first off was Judy's clear moral commitment as she talked with teachers. She didn't hide it, she talked about it, and people felt it was authentic, even if they didn't necessarily agree with the direction she was proposing or with what needed to be done. And so her work with Larry Kohlberg led her to work to set up a just community and a fair hearing board. A fair hearing board would be a couple kids, a couple teachers from a house, and they would hear disputes. Anybody could take anybody to the fair hearing board. Well, here's one of the hotshot progressive teachers in ninth grade. He had the kids working in groups, teacher's coach, student as worker, only he thought coach meant I can go out in the hall and she was with my friends and the kids can do the work. Some of the kids said, this isn't fair. Now we're doing the work and he's off. So they were going to take him to the fair hearing board. He went to Judy, sort of saying, I think in a way, well, this fair hearing stuff's fine for somebody else, but not for me. Judy did a really cool thing. She said to him, his name isn't Sam, but I'm going to call him Sam. Sam, you've got a choice. You can either come talk to me about this, or you can go to the fair hearing board. It's your choice. But by the way, if you come talk to me, we'll begin the conversation with you're in violation of state law for being outside of the classroom, and it may cost you your teaching credential. You choose. Well, guess what? Sam decided to go to the fair hearing board. And you know what it led to? Some incredible discussion about what do you expect of teachers? What do you expect of kids in a class? Very different from I'm going to put the rules up on the board and I'll tell the kids they need to do it, or even we talk. This was a deeper commitment of kids and the school around what's fair in a classroom.
Daily she encountered students whose circumstances were so dire and so hopeless. And she would stop her day to find a way, a resource for the youngster who was threatening suicide, for the youngster who was involved in drugs. I will always remember, I think in one of her last years or two, when one of her students sadly drowned tragically on a field trip for one of the academies that Judy had instituted, and how her only concern was addressing and ministering, so to speak, to the needs of that family. So this sort of tough, hard-skinned lady also has as a leader, I think, an empathy and a passion for people that is necessary. You can't have one without the other in order to be successful.